TransUnion, Fairfax, Money Mart. Pretty much. Well, now, like, you know, they have the separations between exceptions now. And they want it to be listed specifically, word for word, on anything you update with the government. I don't know. Like, they're very restricted right now. I went with my dad like a couple weeks ago. They were like, the system has multiple. It's right here. They're saying it's right here, but it's not here. It's right here, but it's here, right here. Like, it's not. It's right here legal, but it's not legal to print it. I don't know what that means. I got mad. I didn't know what she was saying. So this is. I mean, well, I know from the financial circumstance. I don't know. There's so many different arguments. Let's just stay on the subject. But whatever, I'm not gonna switch the subject. No, there's different systems operating and all of that. I don't know. It's ever since the corporation and family stuff started, it's been spreading like a disease from all businesses. Like, I don't know if that's the effect of where the tax collectors get those ideas from, but it's generally like you have to really generate it to get them to do something. And it's not probably they don't just do something because you got them to do something. It don't mean because you came so prepared they're gonna be prepared to give you everything you're asking for. It's kind of like because we had everything prepared. We went in front of them and they said everything was prepared in the system. Yeah, all of that, everything. You have an attorney? That's what I wondered because I initiated the officer, but I didn't know if it would have been better at that time. Since '98. They reversed some of the laws with that. Well, it's still the same, but I don't know. It's like locked in. You haven't been in trouble. You've been in trouble. You're going back to traffic tickets. Your name is criminal. You have to do that's where it gets to the fact. You're right. You have a sponsor. You in the process. You got in the process. You married an American university. What is you basically not around the country out. A lot of people here disrespect you. So the more you. But it's just like, that's crazy. But the majority of them
United States wasn't born here. Shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say it should be. I think majority that are here that are prospering should be left alone. Then again, they're here and they're not bothering each other, right? Why should you harass them?
Yeah. So this happens in every home, pretty much, right?
Right.
Because I had this, I spoke to an officer the other day about something similar to that, about the ethnicities and the background and stuff like that. I don't know how much. I just know in Lehigh there's an amount of numbers for each ethnicity, and all of them have a different category and occupation. So I don't know if that's based on how it is, but they have in the system something generating different from. I don't know if that's the case, but it feels like it is. But I don't know, because when I went, they were like, "Yo, I have everything here," but they're not saying they have it in handy. They're saying there's something encrypted.
I know it's because somebody else for mine. So you looking at money? That money over here or money?
Yeah, they're like saying that's the question. That's a good question. That's the question. I can't answer that in front of the tax collector.
You talking about the confusion? I have been with a technical organization. What was that question? I couldn't answer. I got like $40 back to text to let him on that.
Right.
I mean, it is that wow. Weird the way. So let's say $40. $40 out of cash, but I have the Venmo card. But talking literally of trying to go on that program, especially with see, one line I started here. So the people that listen to this already Bible. You see that?
It's a good question.
Are you?
It's a fluent. It's a
Are you
fluent.
educated? I know you're quite educated. I mean, what? Are you spiritually educated?
I have great understanding.
I'm not talking about including witchcraft. I don't know.
I can listen pretty good. I have a good listening ear. I listen better than I speak.
Well, the only problem there, you have advisors who listen to, coach you all, how to well, most people always do that type of stuff. He's really God knows some of the things simple question. I mean, you still get to the bus. the horrible person. So, old man, a lot of strange things that he experienced. But he didn't see who he is as a black man. What he is as a black man. Who he is. My name is that's why I am. Really black. Not a bad man. Not a great man. Not a strong. Not a loving man. Afterwards, like who been persecuted, put down, let down, lied on, tricked, manipulated, used. We all have tricked, used. You always hold his head up high. He strives for the best. Without harming anybody else. Without getting anybody away. In some way, you see that you don't want the best house, car, a bunch of money, but you don't want your friends hanging around telling them you were going on everything. You don't have nobody to say, trying to get them better or work. That person could be homeless, could be gay, like big blue line day, could be picking up gay, like the trash. God said, you know, you say that.
Yeah, I'm taking notes. I'm a black man. An American black man. I was making sure I write it down and remember it.
Also, American black man.
But they say a career is not as simple as an expression.
A career?
Yeah, just because.
Well, you should be more of a person who seeks higher knowledge. And, what you do is, you know what? You can't isolate the type of knowledge, protection, wisdom. God, when He reveals to you, the older you get, you lose some sense of direction. One day, some direction. You understand me? Because I was going with the flow. I said, you can't tell me what kind of flow I'm going with. So why am I like everybody else? I said, but you can't tell me. I see how everybody feels. I do average. I don't do it by wealth, as a sex, whatever. Or David, I do it by the ways to action of man, today's society. It's easy to be rich and sick. I have been 20 years, the last 28, 5 years, I haven't been back. Understand certain things. Some action with a lot of things. People finding out old age is getting older, drugs and alcohol. So my certain system, certain things. Sometimes I said find it, sometimes I see it. But anything I want, you see, anything I want, it's God. I ask for it, and I have to face that He will provide us that it would happen. It happens. But I don't believe it. But it means not believe, maybe not ever. See, between religion and religious and religion. You can be religious, right? Act religious. If you don't have actual religion inside of your heart, you're like everybody else. what I mean?
Right, right.
Some people have it, but they're influenced by others. Like
Right.
this society, Bible piece of this piece of code they wear, this piece of action they do. So I do others. People think about love, respect, understand a lot of different things. So this is everything I look at. And to me, it causes confusion of places of homosexual, thieves, lesbians. I mean, stuff I would put that back. I'm trying to see what's good about it. What's good about it. I don't judge individuals because of their status in this society or this society or whatever. But as long as you're religious, that religion and his religion, it's still the harmful things to touch, harmful things to anything. Like, still a penny or a poor man is worth still being off of this the thing of having sex with this person. You know, in mind, this was having sex with some that guy on TV. It's the thought of having sex with Verge. You know, same ways of sin. I can have sex with we're pretty good educated. Six knowledge, understanding, and all the above. And based on I started the phone to record things on the action, which carries, good carries. You know, in my mind, I think it's material. They certain things each time in my mind, you know, it's big. You know, certain things in my mind, it's big. Like a dog, see the dog, that big pussy. You know, dog won't get man. Dog has two or three most of the man has. You know that? One definitely says smell in their body and another structure. For about 11 hours, they can take certain toxic poison. But dude, it's like I'm put on your tongue first or certain shots down, beat up years ago, poison, got your mind brainwashed. We do all that shit. I done it, see what have tried to do. No, it's like maybe my God, God was maybe since we don't feel this is don't judge. I'm not allowed to judge. Talk about text, line, skills, nothing like that from a certain society. But it's a study society. And I would go back to my God, what I find. It's the same thing you do. Those technical, the person city. When you think about slavery, it's all about all the things. It's about spread like wildfire. Right now, it's like right now, this society feels like supposedly spread 60% of the world. But it took AI, even watching AI to understand myself, that like me on Earth, why 80% of the world so in the Bible states we're not going to understand why that world changed. Why people don't know about people getting that game, Drugs got involved. Got involved in his doing so dominant domain. He started doing prestige. Dominant money. And judge started and all that. And executed the leader. That in quite that is a compliment by every state is the travel world, the travel world, not to travel by different places. The laws and they have to be written. Be part of a certain society, material things in these sexual pleasure, flesh. And each individual, we all see something out of those things. Physical, financial gain, all that is a man earth. I love them, but I see certain things, and I see certain things, and my message is a lot of money. Money is like stuff, but I did put my mind with $2,000. When it's done, they do like a David goes in the life situation. Then it start off with Robin Hood situation. Then it start off with these characters.
Yeah, David and Goliath.
Yeah.
Joshua, David, and Goliath.
Okay.
That's Timothy.
Those I missed Robin Hood. Robin Hood.
That one, that's just, that's a good one. Martin Lawrence. I like Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence.
That's a real Robin Hood. But man, and see, I look back at a lot of things, different things, different individuals, and I try to compare them together. Different ways of action, that way of action. You do an overall look at it. Yeah, I look at myself and I go all the way back. And I test myself. I'm a wrong person. Then all these things like judgment comes for you. Then you have to make man, or you make conversation with man. That man, things people are beginning to think, sure that the man is superior to all others. He is connected. You take that with you. I'm speaking to you. So you think that man, you guys all speak about the internet, about the word of mouth, by other people. Why do you think it's like
I believe
asking people?
I believe everything you say as a person, you have something underneath things you say. I believe you say something underneath something you say. So you say something honestly, but you have honesty as a representative for what you're honest about. So
I'm honest about.
I'm out
I'm
there
honest about life.
for
I'm
honesty.
honest about life and its pleasures, ups and downs. I understand. It's the thing to move forward. Body here, my image is really a message for sure. But old people, way back in the day, because they just right now, I'm like removing. I remember the challenges that I got. I did it. I was sitting there in the room with days.
Yeah, but if I come here and I say, "Hey, can I borrow a history book?" If I come here and say, "Can I borrow a history book?" Would it teach me that you were handy because it came from you?
Here and borrowed a history book
To learn everything about that.
Okay, yeah. No, because you, it is persecuted at a young age, persecuted a lot of different things. And then you became an adult, and you just like it took me like join this society or whatever, seeking knowledge. That both of them were just seeking for so I infiltrated that found out and they broke it down, not as broken down areas, individuals, sex groups, wealth, individuals. The understanding of it is just to me, because it's supposed to be love, with understanding, knowledge, character. It's supposed to be just like the man come up with sex. But see, God warns you, like what you can't see. I know I'm talking
Right. By far.
something that's
Excellent.
By far, and I sit back and I watch it see it happening. Wow, come up corporate life. Things that they do. I'm 63. I'm 64. But anything that's bad, I do not want to try. I think of these things so foul. That was how he killed himself. Oh, he probably killed himself. Some of the most foolish, unreasonable things. Each time it happens, it's like something, is happening. That's it. Happening to you is what it is. The people who does these things will take to the graves of them.
Yeah.
Take to the graves of them. And then you. But that's what it's about. What's going on? it's the dying. It's like, wow, it's dead. So over there. I see this in my mind, and I see it happening. I see it happening. And I see she's like, I gotta stop it. This is not what I want. But it does. And I go to take each and every one of them. And I wonder why God wants me such a bad thing. He revealed this to them.
Yes.
I try to explain to them, they would understand. That reject theory. But I don't. Maybe I mean it's wrong. Like this too. But it doesn't understand.
But in the power of the heart you mentioned earlier, that is also subject to objections. But then it ain't truly so of anybody, of a certain individual. It might be evidently a certain percentage, but it's not so of just anyone.
Me, if I would judge myself, I would say I was screwed up. It's me. I see myself as addicted to criminality. If we drug use, using drugs, how I say I was addicted to criminality. Bipolar, that's something. I'm not going to say a flawed system, but it's more of a deterioration of the mind. I'm not going to say a flawed God system. It's designed this, but it's sometimes hereditary.
Right.
I would say, heart disease is hereditary. Arrogant, state of mind, mean, grouchy, paranoid, all of these things. There's a in the mind. Drugs, codeine, it could be hereditary. If it has an effect, it has a little piece on it. Hereditary.
But what happens to the capability?
Okay, the capability. But I'm talking separate. Right? But I just, these are things, I'm not perfect. These are things that God revealed. And I always love myself. I, God that I worship, God, He tells me to say, I get on your knees and you have to kneel before Him. You have to do everything but stuff so much to don't even kill yourself. If you don't kill yourself, you kill yourself, and He does it. It's like a judgment day thing. Not a judgment day thing. It's like, well, it's how to explain to you.
If you make a mistake and you correct a mistake aside,
you can make a mistake 777 times. 777. You know why it's like that? If you made a mistake, a man, he might have made a mistake with the father. Say, God, forgive me. Have you ever been hit for yourself? Hurting yourself? Huh? Yes,
right? Back to the question.
You will, right?
Not in actuality, but in a physical force, maybe, because it is of a force in an object, right? It is not so of we know the actual face.
People have kind of fear now. That word, that character. I have medical problems because I have a big bladder. Because I have medical problems. I have blood pressure, heart disease. Because it's the body taking out waste and stuff like that. Going through the bladder. I have problems.
But most definitely, I was born a young man with pure honesty. So
I can hear your voice.
Right.
I hear Clergy, president, and in voice.
Yet entitled, everyone in decree, they have that same degree of understanding. And if it was placed into
some not. Like I say, okay, we get back to certain stuff.
yes,
Your voice tells everything I want to know about you. I don't go out the way you question. I don't go out home. One voice. You have to really know this is the one voice to tell. You have to have a clear mind. You think of a financial gain. They were financial gain. Certain place where you question.
yeah,
Listen to the person's voice. What you hear one time, you get your mind forever. Take everything is so. See, sometimes I would lie. I was mean sometimes. I was very bipolar, schizophrenic, mood swings.
so what does it repay?
Live by myself. Sometimes I get lazy. Sometimes I get lazy. Sometimes I get overprotective. Sometimes I get over-concerned, over-caring. Sometimes these are some things that God revealed to me. Because I look at that and somehow I just can't stop. Be a more immature myself. I find that.
So what is the opposite of that? Is more. The opposite is the better opposition.
Well, in order to better yourself, that's about your people. I build up the empire, and I give away, see how you act.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm financially free, I still maintain a certain level of understanding, a certain level of good. All my life, I always formed this year. Somebody kept myself. I'm sick. 12 hours a day, I'm thinking about wheels. Talking about myself, others, sometimes the world. Then I got to go teach your mind, your vision, where you control the body and have the body lustful things to satisfy its own curiosity. But really, sex outside of wedlock is actually dangerous.
Right. Now I get it.
You said,
Now I get the judgment.
You said you have to save your heart scripture. You know that's the section. You know that's the section of 2 second film is that everybody sees lust all the time, especially me. You know, and that's what 1, 2, 3. That's between 3,
Yeah.
5, 2 seconds.
No.
That's just to say, no. I'm saying you go to the calculation.
Yeah.
But that's 3 to 10 seconds. 3 to 5 seconds. 3 to 5 seconds. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. You'll go. Some people go an hour, days to reach there, right? 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes. You know what that 5 minutes is? Your heart. Your heart is getting the beat. It's in the shock. It's in the shock when you started feeling the hot spot area that they have. Anyway, that's why I said, even the thought of having sex is like a porn. Really, really, excuse me. So I brought up.
So from the beginning, separation was the necessity.
See, I found out that myself. And doing drugs and alcohol.
So likes and dislikes.
Um, likes and dislikes. You like to get upset. Person's character to be indicated by a lot of things. And see, likes and dislikes. That's only likes and dislikes. You may dislike a person for their ways, or other actions, speech style. But you have to do an overall. Like, a lot of people who have paid for sex, really did 5 7 things. I do it the thing of 5. But then what's that do out of my mind? The overall concern that's about
Yes, inexceptionally.
I want to mind
Excellent.
and I can't find nobody. I find very few have that type of happening. So, the brothers, when I say brothers, no certain homosexual, gay, straight, bi, lesbian, black, young, old, rich, black, poor, brothers. None of that.
Wow.
And that type of love, it goes fast.
Yeah.
3 seconds, 5 seconds. But,
regenerated. But the originality of every birth came from 9 months of carriage. And at that point and on, a baby was born and knew nothing and grew up to know a whole lot. But what they observed came from the world and the earth. So the differences don't really have an attack mechanism. It's just that it was a different earth and a different world.
Okay, the average person. Okay, the average person see me as homosexual, crazy, nasty, mean, crazy, sidestep, I don't know what else. I would say I would agree with them on certain things, certain things. Right? But none of us ain't. But you have to be really upset to see those things yourself. Right? You correct those things. But if you correct those things, right, and society and man, society still see you, this is they see you as this. They see you as you go overall. And you can't please man.
Yeah.
So you see yourself, if you're this way.
So what do you do in the room of pleasure? What do you do in the room of pleasure? You don't move, right? You just kind of like get comfortable and become comfortably pleasant. Aside from the headaches of the world, or whatever can accumulate outside of your inner world.
Okay, outside That's 3 to 5 minutes of pleasure. I find more pleasure and I get spiritual after somebody. Giving somebody a slice of bread,
Right.
giving somebody, see, material things. Something up here. When you give somebody, let's say you give somebody, when you give knowledge, it's more valuable than anything. And you up here, knowledge wisdom was created on earth. A lot of them come from.
Yeah, but there's an average, there's an age amount. This come from a lot of psychological evaluations. I think they said it was from 5 to 9, 10 to 15, and in adulthood they have different brackets of how that goes. Yeah, you just I try to stay in between just recently, but I haven't. I've been learning constantly on a fluent pattern based on the writings. So they're like what I'm writing and reading and listening to. That's the three attack point. I don't know if I'm a point guard or shooting guard. I don't know. If I'm a point guard or shooting guard, what position am I playing when that comes in that angle? Because it feels like you're being coached, but you don't have. When something comes in three shapes and format, you're receiving it while you're seated, but who is it coming from?
Where it's coming from? It's coming from the heart, mind, soul. The heart, mind, soul. When I talk to people, I listen. If I would mumble, talk to myself, excuse me, they say, I don't want to be rude. Oh, I've got, I'm thinking about myself, rude, mean, I was thinking rude, mean, obnoxious, everything that is stupid. Those are things that God revealed. And I felt why. I why. They were all law that you see certain things as flesh, certain things as material wealth. And they every question, why was they not do it? You go, why am I nice and kind, peace and kind, grace and kind? It's all going down to certain things, material things.
Yeah,
So,
certainly. That makes very much. I like it because now I'm in subject of universal and university laws, universal laws and university. This is where I wanted to be before I was here, but it wasn't a picture that I created. It came to me as an image.
I apologize. When you came, I invited you over. I was in my ways of many different personalities, seeking pleasure and flesh. Don't make it say pleasure and flesh. But other things, when you speak, you on the body. When you speak, great words and wisdom and knowledge. And I feel out these other things you say. So I have fear with being monitored and watched. In a time to be monitored and watched by certain
Yeah, but certain exchanges in that category was supposed to be vice versa.
I understand that, right?
Right.
But we all are different sometimes.
Yes, but comfortability.
Okay, but see, but then
Like I want to invite my wife is significant, but the comfortability is the structure of the significance. It's like I can't run out of the sentence to override the paragraph.
I know how just like me.
Yeah.
George, people that I meet, I mean, I can understand why. I can understand why. And because of this personality is different, I guess, characters, different personalities. But if they come around, what do you guys see? It ain't, I'm not talking about sexual pleasure. You see people get with doctors here, me, or whatever. I mean, it can't be about stuff you see there. Gabe did not found it. I bought it about $1 or $2. I mean, it could be that. I'm going to tell all you guys, people see. A lot of them won't admit it. When they really see people, but not understand. They're ugly, but doctors say, well, you got to be banged, you got to be banged, you got to be banged. No, you got to go that now. How many guns you got? You still bang. I heard about people do something. No, that think about death. That's a too long when you talk. Tell me about that. Talk about that. We said we got shot real before. So I started to get people see. Things is valuable.
Yeah.
So what is he? So I don't think baby drugs and sex. No.
But the time of what is it you know and what is it you have to know and what is it you need to learn, is it behind the trigger of how you're being triggered?
We'll see. When I have very little issues that I know associated with it. But I'm more interested in not in sexual pleasure, with wealth and protection. Basically, the individual and how they speak, who they worship, how they carry themselves, what their future, what they think, things like that. You know, I'm more concerned about welfare. The individual person that how to bisexual pleasure, all that, all of it there, sometimes I don't know. It's like fight, it's not war. Like, it's tug of war. And the other thing I want to know about the person is revealed to me not through the internet. She said, I think I'm looking. The real. Wow. Past all the sexual pleasure, all the love, all the ups and downs. When you look to this snow, I see nice and I look on past all that. And that's sometimes the person's evil, the evil or the mean, and that's all mind. I look right to the person like that. The time is born, not a form of real judgment. I get judged by the second purpose, music purpose, political purpose, of being best. Look, but there's something deeper than this.
Yes, traits. Traits, DNA. Well, if I can think of anything deeper, I would always go back to the originality of things, which is, but past that and back forward. This sounds like a combat, like a border combat.
You know, it's not. It's not for it's not Mortal Kombat here. The Mortal Kombat is like real versus